This year has been, it's been crazy. Hey guys, so I'm currently in the Starbucks line. That's why I have all these random colors and lines on my face. It is 6:18 and I'm already here, so that's awesome. I'm really ahead of the game today. However, I have a ton to do when I get to school. I wanted to make word problems this weekend that were similar to the ones on the test, but I forgot to bring the test home. So I'm gonna have to do that this morning, and I have to make a few copies. So, a ton of work to get done. I've already ordered, so hopefully this line doesn't take too long. I'm just getting another sick tea. I'm feeling so much better, so much better. I guess my voice is still a little gone, just like barely, but my throat no longer hurts in the mornings, which is amazing. And all weekend I felt great, and I was outside and nothing terrible happened with allergies or anything. So fingers crossed that it's a good week. We also have a field trip this week. And what else is happening? Curriculum planning on Wednesday. So all day I won't be with my children. So we are moving. It's time to get my money out. I'll see you at school. Hey guys, so it's after school and I currently have a ton of stuff scattered on my desk with student names on it, so I'm not going to show you, but I'm inputting data onto my data sheets. So let me get a blank one to show you. I made this weekend, a different box for each time I meet with the students, and when I meet during class, I scribble on a piece of paper. So now I can take the time to go back and input it. It's just taking me a little bit longer today because this is the first time I'm doing it after 3 days. So I'm just updating every child and then putting it into the data binder, which I will show you in a moment, which I showed you last week too if you missed my vlog. So like I showed you guys last week, each child in my binder has a tab with a folder where I place all their work. They have a student data page, and then my data notes. Good morning guys. I feel like I haven't vlogged. I know I didn't after school yesterday. Like I said in the weeks prior, I'm just constantly busy. Today is Wednesday, so it's typically my 3-hour planning day. However, we also have curriculum mapping since second quarter's coming up. So that means that I will be in the conference room all day with all of 4th grade mapping out our next quarter. So I'll show you how I'm leaving my desk for the sub today, which will be an assistant that just comes and stays with my class for the end of the day, since there'll be an enrichment for 3 hours anyway. So this is the spread on my desk today. I'll have my computer with me, and here are my sub plans. But the kids are just finishing up their centers, their stations, their power hour, whatever you guys want to refer to it as. So I have it all on the board. They know what they're supposed to be doing. We've been working on it for days. So just in case any of them say they don't have any of these pages, I have 20 copies of each. So they're there in case they don't have them. And then just in case anyone does finish, I have some more word problems. I hate giving them more work, but when there's a sub, it's the easiest thing to do. And they were already on iExcel, which is technology, for a while, so I don't want to make them go on it again. So extra practice never hurt. So these are the things that they have been working on throughout the week. So most of them are pretty close to finish. Hey guys, it's been a while since I've vlogged. I don't know if I'm going to be vlogging when I'm in the classroom anymore. It's just like when I'm here, I need to be getting stuff done, not talking about getting stuff done, you know? But my desk is currently a mess. We did have a field trip today and my allergies, we were at the zoo, so it's just like, ouch. A lot of running around and walking and craziness. So I am going to take the time to clean my classroom right now because I have the time to do that finally this week. Tomorrow I'm giving a math test and a science test, so I won't be teaching all day, which is much needed. I've organized my desk. All the papers are either in the extras bin or saved for rhyme interventions in my pocket folder thing. I just put all the Chromebooks that were sitting on top of the cart away and had to go through all the desks to find the 2 missing ones. So they'll be charged and ready for tomorrow. I am going to look up Class Dojo right now. My keyboard is so gross. Oh my goodness. And around the room, there are no more furniture signs and advertisements. That is all cleaned up. I haven't had to keep the quote up in 2 weeks, and I had a little bit extra time, so I thought I'd put this together. We rise by lifting others. It's the quote by Robert Ingersoll. Hopefully this will make the kids happy tomorrow. It gives them something to work for. And I have a lot of them struggling with following directions lately. Hey guys, I know I did not get to vlog a lot this week, and I'm really sorry about that. I know I also said that I'm not sure if I'll be vlogging at school anymore. Well, the truth is I like showing you guys the things I'm doing. It's just when I'm in the zone, and I'm working and I'm doing good, and I just, you know, just gotta work. So I wasn't going to put up my vlog this week because I feel like it's just me saying hi and bye a bunch of random days and not even saying hello on some, not even closing out the vlog on others. But I decided I'm gonna put it up. I'll show you how I'm preparing for the week because I think I finally got into a little rhythm of what I like to have ready for the week and things like that. And I also got something in the mail that I wanted to share with you guys, just to throw it out there. So let me set the camera down and we can chat. Alright, so first of all, I have a beach chair, a camping chair, and a vacuum behind me. I really cannot wait to move because I do not have enough storage in this apartment, clearly. So this is like my extra sunroom, where you can either have like a sunroom or a balcony. So luckily I have the sunroom, it's extra square footage, so it's like my place to put these things, I guess. What I received in the mail is a Qly box, and this is a teacher subscription service. It's $15 a month. Yes, this was sent to me for free to talk about it, but I'm just gonna share what it is and put it out there because I know that I personally love subscription boxes. I do the Ipsy Glam Bag from Michelle Phan, the makeup one. It's $10 a month. And when I was in grad school, my friends and I actually wanted to start a subscription box for teachers because there aren't that many out there. So this is one that you just get some little things for $15 a month, but then there's also an additional piece to it. So I just wanted to share it with you, just to put it out there. So the packaging was cute with all this fun confetti stuff, but I dug through it. So the first thing in here is Maped Fluo highlighters, and I think these are pretty fancy highlighters. They have cap off resistance, so I guess they can stay good even if the cap's off for some time, and then it's inkjet safe. So apparently they're not going to make your ink bleed. And it kind of looks like it looks like something my dad used to use. He was a construction worker, and that has a really precise tip. That's neat. I'll have to let you know how these work, but it looks like a level or something because it's so flat. So that's neat. Also comes with a stamp. So this is from the Stamp Crafter. So business card in there. So I wonder if this seller has some like customizable stuff, but it's a frog and it says awesome, and that's fun. I want to start doing something on my kids' tests for the ones who get A's, and like I always had stickers on my tests as a kid, and a stamp is a lot easier than a sticker, so I'll have to get some ink. I know Target Dollar Spot has some ink, and I've never had a reason to pick it up, so now I do. So that's cute. I'll have to check out Skip Phillips. He's the owner. Also in here is some twine, black and orange twine. So I guess it's black and orange for Halloween. Don't know what I can use this for, but it's always good to have some type of string, yarn, twine in the classroom. And then this, oh my gosh, when I saw this, I cracked up so much. I don't know if it would actually be bad to wear this to school, but it's a pin and it says, "I survived the first 6 weeks." That's just hilarious. And this is just from the Culie box itself. It's an exclusive teacher pin. So that's like a little woohoo, a little hurrah for yourself. This year has been definitely different than last year. I thought it was going to be a lot easier since I only have 2 classes instead of 3. However, it's been crazy. Drama and keeping up with everything. Like last year I balanced grad school and teaching, but I'm realizing that I taught science and social studies last year, and yes, I have a pacing guide, yes, I have standards I have to teach, but it wasn't something that's tested at the end of the year in 4th grade, at least in my state. So I had freedom with it. There wasn't anything like too specific that I had to teach. Like I just had to stick with the vocabulary, stick with the topics, but I basically had like free range on how to teach it, what to teach, what to do. And going from that to math and having to fit all of this in for our benchmarks and having to teach the correct process, oh my goodness, it's been so different and not what I expected. And I was like in for an awakening when like over these past few weeks. But like I said, I think I figured it out. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing because my kids did pretty awesome on this test. Now, granted, I've only graded basically 1 class because my other class, majority of them did not finish, but they rocked this test. And I strongly believe it's because I've changed how I'm teaching, and that is so important. Yes, I survived the first 6 weeks, and you know what? I'm gonna wear this for the rest of today. The next thing in here, which I'm obsessed with, are these gold binder clips. They're like mini, really pretty, from the brand Mink. So of course I'll definitely be using these. And then the last thing in here is these frames. And I'm just realizing now that these have like, they have like the location symbol, and then they have that flower design that's in like the Erin Condren. So I'm trying to see, they're not for a planner though, but that's interesting. So they're little frames. I don't think I'll be using these in the classroom. Maybe I'll find something to use them for. But that is what came in my box. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items for $15. Now, what's different about this subscription box is you are also entered in the monthly giveaway if you receive the box. So this month's giveaway, let's see, it says, snap a photo of you and your Cuely box, post to Facebook using hashtag OctoberCuely, tag 2 teacher friends. And the giveaway is the teacher trolley dolly, which is that awesome cart thing. So that's really neat. So that's why I thought I would share this with you, because along with the items, you do get to enter the giveaway. So something different, something fun, and just thought I would share that. So thank you to Cuely Box for reaching out to me and for getting their name out there, because, you know, if I were to start a teacher box, I'd do the same thing. So cool, neat. Now, there's my pen. On to how I'm preparing. So I was talking with my teacher, not my teacher, the teacher I plan math with, one of them, and we were at school like for a really long time Friday because we had our big carnival. Our PTO throws this free carnival for our kids, which is awesome. So we had to work that after school, and so we had to stay pretty late, so we got a lot done. But she was talking about how she doesn't have any of her grades in, and she's like, can you please come into my room every Friday and tell me it's grade time so I could like put some stuff in. She was asking me how I do it, and I've realized, because I couldn't figure it out, I'm like, I feel like I haven't graded in a while, I don't know, but I've realized what I do is I basically grade on the weekends, and as I'm grading, I write the grades into my paper grade book, and then I also try to put them right into the online grade book. Now, my tests for math, I don't put in until after the kids do test corrections, so those I have to hold on to, and I wish, I mean, it'd be okay if I put them in, but it would just be too confusing if I saw them there and then didn't actually check if I did the test corrected grades. So it's just easier to wait. But so that's what I did this weekend. I graded a lot of tests. My kids also took their phases of the moon test, and it was so interesting to see that now I teach science, the same topic twice, but I teach it for 4 weeks to my homeroom, and then I teach it to 4 weeks for my partner teachers class. And I taught it so differently the second time, and it made such a difference on their test scores. So that was interesting to see. But I just wanted to show you some of the things I put together. I have this MBT 5. We are moving into multiplication and division, so we'll be doing 2-digit by 1-digit, 3-digit by 1-digit, and 4-digit by 1-digit next week with the area model, partial product, and distributive, which distributive is basically a partial product. What I want to do is have an exit ticket for every day for that one basic skill. I've noticed I had to like pinpoint my lessons and decide what that skill is that they are learning that day. And I can't give them too much information and move too fast. Even if I do have AIG students, I need to take the time for my 4th grade students. No matter their levels, I need to teach to 4th grade. So I made exit tickets for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week. So I fit 3 to a page, and then I just make copies and cut them out. But this is Mondays, so what we're doing is multiples of 10, 100, and 1,000. So that's what these two problems represent. And then we are also talking about estimation to solve multiplication, because it's basically turning the problem from this into this, and it's great because we just did rounding. So I'm going to see if they can solve these two problems. And then I'm going to use this exit ticket to look at to help me decide where I need to go the next day, or who I need to pull the next day. Things like that. And the second day, I have a 2-digit by 1-digit. Solve this problem using the area model and the distributive property. So I already have the box for them, and then I want them to use the distributive over here just so they can write it out like in the equation. Day 3, similar, except now it's a 3 by 1. And then day 4, I'm going to have them make the box and do it. But it's as something as simple as that. And I'm really excited to see how this goes. I did make some for last week, but we ran out of time, and last week was a weird week. Last week was a weird week because I had curriculum planning on Wednesday, so I wasn't in my classroom. And was that Wednesday? Yeah, that was Wednesday. Woo, it went by so fast. Wednesday, we were out of the classroom all day. We were mapping out our next quarter. We get 1 day a quarter to do that. And then Thursday, we had our field trip. So basically, I taught Monday, Tuesday, and then tested Friday. So, but I taught everything the week prior to. We stretched out that information. Now, this is our final week before our first benchmark. Our first benchmark is the first week of November, I believe. And a lot of stuff that's on there, my kids aren't going to have learned yet, which is going to be how it is throughout the county. So hopefully it's comparable. I was a little nervous at first, but my assistant principal used to be our math IPS person, which I don't really understand the lingo, but she was like the math lady for the county, and now she's our assistant principal. So she has all this background knowledge on all the math stuff. So it's super, super helpful, and she's amazing, and I love her. So that's been awesome this year. But so I got that together, and I feel like I did something else. Oh, so let me talk about centers. I talked about how I'm doing centers in my previous vlog, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out before I give you this new spiel. But I have my accountability chart, which has Monday through Friday on it, and instead of having the kids write like a little sentence about what they did, my partner teacher, or the teacher I plan math with, has made it so much easier, and it makes so much more sense. They put a check in the box if they worked on it that day, and they put a smiley face if they finished, and it's that simple. Also, along with that, for the practice pages, instead of having the practice pages in their folder ready to go, she gave them one practice page every day, and they had to finish that before they moved on to their centers. And that way they were working on that skill that they learned that day before they started anything else. And I thought that was so smart. So that is what I'm going to be doing as well, giving them that practice page and say, look, we're still doing centers, but this is something you need to complete before you move on to that. And that way I can pull those kids and work on the practice page with them, the ones that I see struggling during my lesson and during my guided practice, and then we can move on from there. So I liked that. The different activity that we're doing this week for centers is a vocabulary poster. So I went ahead and made the directions and the rubric, and this is all on one page. It doesn't really make sense, but you know, that's fine. I could make the title big so like it could fit all the way to the bottom, but whatever, that's fine. So they have to choose one of these vocabulary words, write the definition, write a word problem using the word, solve the problem using drawing words in an equation, and it has to be neat. So they're making like a little poster. And this is the thing I'm going to allow them to work with partners on this week, and it will be graded, and that's all set up for them. So that will be like the graded project that they do this week. I think that's going to be my goal, to have like some graded project weekly. So that's that. So I think that's pretty much it. I have to go ahead and start planning my small groups for this week. My data collection has been going very well, but like I said, this was a very choppy week, so I didn't get to all of my groups. And I was actually pulling a group to reteach rounding while other students were already taking the test, but that's just how it worked out, and I just had to, so it did help some of them. I have this one student who keeps looking at the boxed number, like we underline the place we're rounding to and we box the number next to it, and she keeps looking at the box number. And if the box number is 8, she knows that you're supposed to round up, but if the underlined digit is like a 1 and the box number is an 8 and she sees you're supposed to round up, well then she changes the underlined digit to a 9 because she bases it off of the box digit. And I like can't get her away from that. And I showed it to her on a number line. I mean, I showed it really, really fast, so I'm going to try to continue working with her, but she can't get it out of her head. She's like one of those kids who once she thinks it's one way, she's so confused as to why the way she thinks it is isn't correct. Yes, but thank you guys so much for all of your rounding tips, because that was awesome, and that is what I make videos for, so I can share my ideas and then I can ask for help, and then you guys could give me your ideas back, and that's amazing. So anything that you guys are doing in your math classroom or your classroom in general, let me know down below, because I read all my comments and they were so helpful. I loved hearing how you guys teach rounding and how I can bring your ideas into my small groups to really help my struggling learners. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Right now I'm struggling with my first block is super talkative, and I stop so much trying to redirect that my mini lesson is taking way too long. They come into the in the morning, and I want them to unpack and get right started on their morning work without talking, and they're really struggling with that. I've been taking dojo points. I've been giving dojo points. Like, I start giving points to remind them that they're not supposed to be talking, so I give points to the kids who aren't talking. And I'm like, hint, hint, this is your reminder that you're not supposed to be talking. But then there's kids who just continue to talk, so then I take points from them. And then I have ones that continue to talk about losing a dojo point. So if you have any help for that, let me know. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share your ideas down below. Thanks. Bye.